Hey, welcome back, everyone. It is time for another red hot cover call video. Guys, I'm on YouTube just like you, looking for that little bit of information that's going to help me with my financial education so I can keep building my financial education block by block. And I'm going to tell you what, man, it is just not out there. Man, I get excited doing my weekly videos, helping you cats out there, because I know you're out there looking too. And when you see a cat out there like me just talking my game, I know you're learning something from it. My last video, my last 3 trades right here, if you haven't watched that, check that out. Look, just talking about trades and seeing how they shape up and how they work out, man, you learn so much from it. You could read a book. I get guys here on comments saying, look, I have read covered call book after covered call book, and, it just doesn't sink in. Then when I see it played out on screen, I get it. Didn't even need to read the books. That's why I do it, man. I love it. I love the feedback. Hey, guys, let's do another one. We're going to talk about handling your trades, because some of you guys and gals are starting to step up to where you're like me, where you're jamming 5 and 6 and 7 trades concurrently. And now you're mixing in cash secured puts. So you got all kind of action happening. And with the markets going sideways, you just want to be on top of your game. It's just like an athlete, man. These top-notch athletes, right? They're top-notch because they stay on their game. All right? We have to stay on our game as well. And that's what we do. That's why you're here on YouTube trying to find that bit of information. Anyway, I'm glad to help. Guys, let's talk about it. Man, 700 and damn near 50 subs. Let's keep it going, guys. I love that because I know I'm helping somebody. And guys, bang that like button because it lets me know you like what I'm doing. Believe it or not, I know that sounds petty, but man, I'm just like you. I see those likes and I'm like, man, I can't wait to do another red hot cover call video. Let's jump into it, guys. I know a lot of you cats want me to get straight to it. Let's do it. Guys, I told you that my modest goal for 2017 was $12,000. That's right. I wanted these nice, small, little hurdles, jump them time and time again because success is the greatest motivator. I used to do a lot of videos on motivation, and some of you cats just didn't want to hear it. But you know what? At the end of the day, man, it's about motivation, because motivation jacks you up to $22,000, and we're not even at the end of June. God willing, man, I got another second half of this year, and my modest $12,000 for this year has been surpassed. It's damn near doubled. You can do this, man. You can do this. If you're sitting there, if you're sitting there wondering if you can do this, you can do it. Just keep watching the videos, keep getting your financial education. Open up an account, man. Open up a small account and just, do a small trade. Get your feet in the water. Because the minute you do it, the education is going to hit you like a wave, man. I could tell you this stuff all day long, but the minute you do it, you know it. I'm sort of mentoring a cat right now. He finally got his account going. He finally got his first trade in. And dude, he is on it. He's emailing me every day, just hitting me up with the love. He loves it. And I'm proud of that, man, because he has taken his financial life in his hands. He's going to be now generating cash where he otherwise would not have been generating that cash, right? Hey, I'm just like you. I got investments that sit there. Right? They go up, they go down. Well, not anymore. Most of my investments, right, in my portfolio, they do just that. It's a buy and hold strategy, right? But man, the 5 and 6 and 7 stocks that I write calls on, man, I don't let them sit. Their job is to sell premium for me, and that's what we do. And we're going to talk about one of them, Conoco. We're going to talk about my spreadsheets, guys. It's how I handle my trades, okay? Now, for me, I love using Google Docs, right? Because they're always accessible to the internet. Anywhere I have an internet connection, I can log on and manage my trades versus having a static file like an Excel file that sits on a desktop where you might not have access to it all the time. I love using Google Docs. I highly suggest that you go to YouTube and you Google up some, some Google Docs, Google spreadsheet training. I want you to learn how to create little easy formulas in Google Sheets to set up a spreadsheet similar to this, where you can track all your trades, okay? Hey, look, this is a numbers game, and you can use numbers to your advantage. You can track all your trades. As you can see here, this is my master sheet, which uses all of these sheet data, these worksheets data that I collect here on my front page. You can see I use various formulas to make that happen. Hey, look, I'm no genius. I used YouTube to learn how to do this. As you can see, I have running totals. And look at this here. If I achieve my goal for the month, right, it turns green. If I haven't, it doesn't turn green. See that? So May didn't achieve my goal, but as you can see, everything else is. But the point here, guys, isn't the functionality of my spreadsheet. It's how I need you to create your own spreadsheet to track your trades. I talk to my man Jerry all the time. He's old school, man. He's been doing this longer than most people have even been trading or alive, for that matter. And long story short, he's old school. He uses pencil, man. He's got a ledger that keeps all his trades, and then he goes to Scottrade and he verifies all that with his Scottrade information. I could go to Fidelity as well, but the problem is, again, it's not, I don't want to be logging into Fidelity all the time. I like to keep it right in this spreadsheet. I'm 99% in this spreadsheet. I'm not necessarily in my Fidelity account at all. And as you can see, guys, how I manage trades is this. I have a simple, just a simple strategy where I will manually plug in these items here. It's real simple. Then as the trade starts to move on, here, for example, say I got 50 cents for this trade. If I buy it back, I'll plug in my numbers, for example. Notice how it changes this, right? It changes this. So for me, I'm able to keep track of all my numbers. I'm able to put in some numbers over here, such as fees. I got my 20% buyback, 10% buyback. I also have a covered call swing trade here, where if I buy the stock exclusively to write a covered call, I'm going to track the stock appreciation as well. And I've talked to you about that as well. I'm going to credit that towards a stock gain because I bought it exclusively for a covered call, right? And as I show you cats all the time, I have my running total here, right? I keep all my running totals there. And to get my monthlies, I'll copy, say I close this one out right here, I'll actually copy that out and put it in the current month tab, right? Current month tab. And then what happens is, we'll go back to May real quick. It'll tabulate down here, which then tabulates up here, which then reports back to the main spreadsheet. That's a simple spreadsheet, man. It ain't nothing special. You can create that yourself. Guys, this is my buyback calculator. I talk about this all the time, where if a stock goes above the strike price, we have real money, and then we have premium. I'm always talking about buying back an option once it gets above the strike price. Well, this is where I'll plug in all the numbers for that to see if it makes sense. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll plug in that number, and these numbers right here. These numbers right here will be, a penny here, penny there. When I see those numbers, I go ahead and I'm looking to buy it back. Again, it's an easy way to keep it in front of you. Just keep it in front of you, man. Don't try to overthink this stuff, man. Throw it into a spreadsheet. What does the spreadsheet tell you? And then once the spreadsheet tells you, man, just execute. Execute. Pardon me. Let's go to my dollar cost average. This could be called cost basis. This is another spreadsheet I love to use. This is where I keep track of all my trades, man. I want to know when I buy back an option and add to my cost basis. I want to know when I write covered calls, when I get dividends, when I do things, and I can also throw in numbers here, and it'll tell me how much percentage I'm making. So I've got this, this spreadsheet fine-tuned to where usually I have a one-time purchase. Like here's Bristol Myers, my current trade on Bristol. So I have the one-time trade. And as I add buybacks, that'll add to my cost. But then I'm writing covered calls down here, which is taken away from my cost. And as I will mention later in this video, my cost basis on Bristol is 51, and it's because I've written all these covered calls on it. Okay. But again, I don't want to bore you with the finer details of that. But the point here is, guys, I need you to utilize spreadsheets to help keep the trades in front of you. Okay. And hey, if you use your brokerage account or whatever system you have, as long as it's working for you, if it's working for you, man, go for it. But when you start to, have 5 and 6 trades a month, right? And you're doing this month over month, man, there's a lot of numbers there, and there's a lot of scenarios, right? To buy back, to let things expire. So if you're going to be active in this, you got to have something like this. Okay, guys. Now I'm going to cut to another video, guys, because I've already done the quick trade I want to show you. Hey, look, again, learn your spreadsheets, create some spreadsheets for you, and you're going to get better at this. Bristol Myers is a trade that I've been talking about where I love writing the Bristol Myers covered call. Why? Because I love keeping it in my portfolio, pays a decent dividend, has institutional ownership. Bristol Myers is just one of those companies right now that's trading in a nice $8 range. For me, I could pick it up at 52. It usually rallies to 56, 57. It'll fall back down. A lot of people don't like buying the biotechs because the news comes out heavy, rapidly, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, and you just don't want to get caught, right? Well, for Bristol, it's one of those great pharmaceutical companies that has a legacy business, and they also have those new cancer drug. So you have the edginess, you have the volatility. Well, I've been trading Bristol Myers. My cost basis right now is 51. And so for me, every time I write a covered call, writing covered calls is just reducing my cost basis. So where I'm at a point now where any covered call I write, I'm making money if my shares are taken away. And in the case of Bristol, my last trade, look, it's just trading sideways. So all I wanted to do was write this nice little 54. I think I got 50 cents for it. It was just going to be one of those nice crumb trades. I got 600 shares, so it's going to make it a nice little payday for me. Well, in this case, and I think I wrote it as it was falling, so you could see it was falling down near 50. I wrote a 54 figuring, hey, if I get my money, why not? I did, and boy, over the past couple days, the pharmaceuticals have rocketed higher, and now, we're sitting here at 56 bucks. It could go to 57, 58 if the pharmaceuticals are still in play. They have been. Gilead has come back from 65 to now over 70. So at this point, guys, managing this trade for me is simple. We're going to let this go because I have 2 weeks left. If the numbers pan out, we have real money in the stock now. Right now we have at least $2.64. So the premium is at least $2.64. Remember that premium I got paid 50 cents for? Well, that's at least $2.64. In fact, I know it's now $3. So, if I buy this back, I'm going to get the $2.64 in real value, but that goes to my cost basis. So now I immediately go from having a $51 cost basis to now, $53.64 cost basis. Plus the extra 50 cents, I'm adding 3 points to my cost basis. I would have to look to write another juicy covered call. So for me to add to my cost basis here, I'm not going to do it, guys. So over the next 2 weeks, I'm going to watch this trade. And actually, I'm hoping that it comes back towards 54. And if it comes back towards 54, I might buy it back and then write another one. But guys, managing a trade, guess what? 2 weeks to go. I'm on vacation next week, so I just may let this go. I may let my shares go, and guess what? I profit $54. That's a $3 per share profit. You do the math, guys. And I think that's only for about 3 months. I'll take it every time. Why? It's a green trade. Love the green trades. Hey, let's talk about Conoco next. All right, guys, we're going to finish up with Conoco here. Conoco is one of those one of those trades that, I got caught owning back when the oil, when the oil was good. Let's say that, okay? And I've held it, and I'm at a point now where I really don't know if Conoco ever really comes back. I mean, guys, I own Conoco in the 60s. My dollar cost on this is in the mid 60s. So this is a dog for me. But one of the things that I started doing a couple months ago, I started messing around with writing a couple calls on it because with oil sort of not sure if it wants to go higher or not, it's one of those deals where I just want to play with it a little bit and write some out-of-the-money strikes where I don't have to do much, but maybe I collect a couple $100. Well, I'm at a point now where, I need some losses for the year. And I'll be honest with you. I'm probably going to use Conoco to offset my gains. So I've decided, hey, I'm just going to write calls. I'm just going to collect mini paychecks using Conoco. So what did I do? I wrote a, notice how, Conoco is just trending down. So every time we get a little spike here with Conoco, and that's not much, guys. That's just a couple bucks here or there. I'll write that out of the money strike up here, anticipating that it would fall down. Okay, there's no magic here. All I do is I wait for that that point where it sort of hits near-term resistance. I write that maybe 2 deviation out of the money and just anticipate it to roll over. And sure enough, just recently, I think I wrote a 48 on Conoco as it was rallying with oil being up today. And look what we get. It rallies up. I write that right here. I think I get something like 35 cents. 35 cents, just a little super crumb trade. I've got a lot of shares, so I think I wrote 10 contracts on this. So for me, I pick up $350 and sure enough, look what happens. It actually rolls over, and that 35 cents, that option falls all the way down to 5 cents. So I end up buying that back for 5 cents. I end up pocketing 30 cents, and I'll look for Conoco to do the same exact thing. I'll have it roll down here, then it'll spike. I'll write that out of the money strike right here. We'll keep doing it time and time again. Hey, look, guys, I do hope you are enjoying my videos. Hey, look, bang that like button. Let me know you like what I'm doing. And, guys, ring the bell for that notification, that email notification the next time I do a video. And, guys, share the video. Let others know, man, we're talking about covered call writing, and we're making that guaranteed cash income. Hey, guys, I hope you enjoyed these last 3 trades. I hope you learned something from it. A lot of times, and let me go back to my annual numbers here, guys. It's just one of those. And by the way, look at that. Look at that. June is a $5,600 month, guys. Look, it is one of those deals where if you just stay at it, right? One crumb after another, it begins to flow like water. And when it flows like water, guys, you're able to do 5 and 6 and 7 covered calls and cash secure puts all at one time, and you're just stacking cash. Hey, I truly hope you're learning from this, and I hope you're having success in your covered call writing. Hey, guys, until next time, I hope all your covered calls are profitable.
All I see is signs, all I see is dollar signs. Oh, money on my mind, money on my mind.